Hello children, how are you all? Hope you all are doing well. It's been a long time since I think so 4 5 days I have not posted any video of class 11. I could not make it out. I'm extremely sorry for delay. And I was keep on posting the class 12 videos. I could not make it for the class 12, so class 11. But as you know, mole concept chapter is done. Mole concept chapter we had completed. We need to discuss the questions and few practice questions. Okay, we will be solving in the today's session. Those who are watching it for the first time, please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon for more videos and notifications. And please like the video. And if you have any doubts, you can post it in the comment box, or else you can post it in the live chat also whenever the video is premiering. Right? Let's move on to the numerical session. This numerical, okay, which are level 3 questions, we are going to solve it for today's session, right? So the first numerical what they have given, let's see. Observe it carefully. The composition of the compound A is 40% X and 60% Y, and the composition of compound B is 25% X and 75% Y. According to the law of multiple proportions, as you know the statement of law of multiple proportions, when two elements are combining together to form two or more than two compounds in which an element of fixed weight, right? So an element which is combining with another element of fixed weight always have, you know, simple whole number ratio of the masses, right? So here law of multiple proportions, and the ratio of the weight of element Y in compound A and B is ratio of the weight of element Y in compound A and B. See, A compound is consisting of 40% X, 60% Y. What does it mean? 40 parts of X is combining with 60 parts of Y. Do we agree? And then one part of X combining with how many parts of Y? Generally we will always take it for one part, right? So why? Because we are making the X parts by mass is fixed. We are making X parts by mass is fixed. Okay, so 60 upon 40, that gives you 1.5. 22 is 23. Let's come to the B. B is consisting of 25% X, 75% Y. What does it mean? 25 parts of X combines with 75 parts of Y, right? So then one part of X combines with how many parts? Cross multiplication. So 75 upon 25, that gives you 3, right? So then ratio of the weight of the element Y, ratio of weight of element Y can be taken as 1.5 is to 1.5 is to 3, that I can give it as 1 is to 2. Hope you understand. So option A is the correct answer for this. Is it clear? If it is clear in the sense, please take a screenshot, or else okay, copy the notes, I'll wait for you. Copy the notes, I'll wait for you. Right? Please copy the notes, I'll wait for you. Understood? Right? Let's move on to the next question. Solution is given. Okay, I have explained it. Try to solve this question. Try to solve this question. Try to solve this question. Very simple. These type of questions are very important for the competitive also. Very important for competitive. Just observe it carefully. They have given species. In the species, 4 gram of NaOH, 4.8 gram of SO2, 4 gram of CO2, 2.8 gram of CaO, decreasing order of the weight of oxygen. Decreasing order of the weight of oxygen, right? So let's find it out. First one, what they have given, NaOH, right? NaOH molar mass is 40 grams. So 40 grams of NaOH, only one oxygen, no? Obviously consisting of 16 grams of oxygen. Molar mass of NaOH is 40 grams. 40 grams of NaOH consisting of 16 grams of oxygen. Then 4 grams of NaOH consisting of how many grams of oxygen? 4 into 16 divided by 40. It gives you 1.6 grams of oxygen. Similarly, they gave SO2. And next molecule they gave SO2. So SO2, 64 grams of SO2 consisting of how many grams of oxygen? 32 grams. Do you agree? Why? Because SO2 in this is 2 into 16, no? Right? And 4.8 grams of SO2. Do the cross multiplication. 4.8 into 32 upon 64 will give you 2.4 gram of oxygen. Right? Similarly, next one they gave CO2. CO2 molar mass is 44. 44 grams of CO2 having 32 grams of O2, and then 4 grams of CO2 consisting of how much? 4 into 32 upon 44, which gives you 2.9 grams of the oxygen, right? Similarly, they gave CaO, calcium oxide. Only one oxygen, no? So 56 grams of calcium oxide possessing 16 grams of O2, then 2.8 grams of CaO consisting of how much? 2.8 into 16 upon 56, that gives you 0.8 grams of O2. Now observe it, which is having more weight? This is having more weight, right? So they asked you to find it out. They asked you to find it out that order. So it is having more weight, then 3, decreasing order. Next 2, next we have 1, and next we have 4. 3 to 1, 4. So option A is the correct answer for it. Is it clear? Right? Next question. The density of water is 1 gram per ml. That means 1 ml is equal to 1 gram. And the number of molecules present in 1 liter of water. Number of molecules, what is the formula? Number of molecules formula, number of moles into Avogadro number. Number of moles is nothing but weight by gram molecular weight into Avogadro number. Weight, how much they have given? 1 gram per 1 ml means 1 liter means 1000 ml. 1000 ml we can take it as 1000 grams. So that's 1000. Molecular weight 18 into 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. If you solve it, you will get the answer 55.55 into this. Okay, so option D is the correct answer for this. Understood? Children, while you are solving mole concept or stoichiometry or physical chemistry numericals, you should know the approach. Approach you should have it. To get the approach, you should be thorough with the theory. You should be thorough with the theory. Once if you are thorough with the theory, then you will get to know the approach. But if you have a theory and formula, all it is in your hand, and once please before solving, you have to solve some practice numericals. Solved examples you have to solve it. Once if you go through the solved examples, it would give a clear idea to solve this type of numericals. Is it clear? Right? So that's why I am giving you solved examples. It gives an approach how to solve. That's a very good question. Ordinary water, that is H2O, contain 1 part of heavy water. Heavy water is D2O, containing deuterons, per 6000 parts by weight. The number of heavy water molecules present in a drop of water of volume 0.01 ml. Of volume 0.01 ml. Understood the question? See here, Ordinary water contain 1 part of heavy water per 6000 parts by weight. Means per 6000 parts by weight of water consisting of 1 part of D2. That is clear? And 0.01 ml means 0.01 ml part consisting of how much? Then 0.01 into 1 divided by 6000 divided by 6000, which gives you 0.167. Understood? But we have to calculate the number of heavy water molecules. So D2O, what is the mass number? D2O is nothing but its isotope of hydrogen. Mass number is 2. 2 plus 18. It gives you 20. 20 grams. 20 grams is consisting of Avogadro number of molecules, right? Na. But X in the sense here, this one. This is the value what we got it here. So 0.0000167. Adjust the decimal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 6 grams consisting of how many molecules? Then 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 6 into 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 divided by what we have? 20. Hope you understand the calculation. Is it clear for you? Once check it. If you have any doubts, you can post it in the live chat. Once check it, everyone. Please check it. So if you solve it, you will get around 0.5 into minus 6 plus 23. That gives you 17. Adjust the decimal, you will get 5 into 10 to the power of 60. Okay, this is the answer. These many water molecules are present in drop of heavy water molecules are present in drop of water of volume 0.01 ml. So option C is the correct answer. Clear? Right. Another very simple question it is somehow. A metal M of atomic weight 54.94 has a density 7.42 gram per cc. The apparent volume occupied by one atom of the metal. Observe it carefully. Apparent volume occupied by the one atom. See, when we have an atomic mass and density. Atomic mass is 54.94. Density is 7.42. Then density is equal to what is the formula? Mass by volume. Volume is equal to mass upon density. Mass here is atomic mass 54.94 upon 7.42. That is the density what we have. Yes or no? 54.94 upon 7.42. If you solve it, around you will get 7.404 something. 7.404 something you will get it. Yeah, correct. 7.404 cc or 7.404 ml. See, it is the volume occupied by the certain atomic weight of the metal. Atomic weight means 1 mole of the substance I can take. 1 mole of the substance occupying this volume. 1 mole of the substance is equal to how many atoms? 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 atoms occupy this volume. But they asked 1 atom, right? They asked 1 atom. 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 atoms occupies this volume, and 1 atom occupies how much volume? Do the cross multiplication, 1 into this and divided by this. It gives you 1.23 into 10 to the power of minus 23 cc. Understood? So option 3 is the correct answer. Hope you understand the approach. Is it clear for you? Hope it is clear. If it is clear means okay, please say yes. If it is clear, please say yes. Right? Very simple. The approach is, if you know it, you can solve it. See, I think so in the first class of mole concept, right, we had discussed about this. Neon has 2 isotopes, Ne20, Ne22. Atomic weight of neon is 20.2. Atomic weight of neon is 20.2. The ratio of the relative abundances of the isotopes. See, whenever relative abundances, if they ask you to find it out, what is the formula we have? Average atomic mass. Average atomic mass is equal to percentage of abundance into mass of first isotope plus percentage abundance into mass of second isotope. It goes on whole divided by 100. Right children, whole divided by 100. Right? So what they are asking you to find it out, relative abundances of the isotope. So let us say we don't know the percentage abundance of the neon 20 as well as neon 22. Let us say neon 20 percentage abundance is X. Let us consider. And then weight, the percentage abundance of neon 22 will be 100 minus X. And take the formula, average atomic mass is equal to, average atomic mass of 20.2 is equal to, percentage abundance of the first isotope is X, mass is 20 plus percentage abundance of second isotope is 100 minus X, mass is 22 divided by 100. Understood? So if you solve it, it is 2020 is equal to 20x plus 2200 minus 22x, right? So then what you will do, this will be 20x minus 22x minus 2x, and this will give you minus something, minus 2020 minus 2020 minus 2200, right? So of course if you send it to that side, then if you exchange the terms on both sides, minus will be cancelled. It will give you this 2x is equal to 180, x is equal to 90% upon solving. So X is 90% in the sense neon 20% of abundance is 90%. Then what about neon 22? That is 100 minus X, it gives you 10. Then percentage ratio, percentage abundance ratio will be 90 is to 10. That gives you 9 is to 1. Understood? So this is the way how to solve it, and these numericals are very important for state CET examinations. That may be any CET, common entrance test. Understood? So option B is the correct answer for this. Is it clear for you children? Right? Another important question for competitive exams. Maximum number of atoms are present in. They gave different, substances, 11.2 liter of SO2, 22.4 liter of helium at STP, 2 grams of dihydrogen, 11.2 liter of methane at STP. Conditions are same. First of all, first find out number of atoms in 11.2 liter of SO2. Number of atoms, what is the formula? Number of moles, N into Na, Avogadro number. If atomicity is there, that atomicity also should be mentioned. Okay, this is atomicity. If it is not clear, it is atomicity. Right? Is it clear for you? So number of atoms will be equal to number of moles into Avogadro number into atomicity. Number of moles will be mass by molar mass into Avogadro number into atomicity. For in case of SO2, they give volume, no? Instead of mass, given volume, instead of molar mass, molar volume. Given volume is 11.2, molar volume is 22.4. Into Avogadro number into 3. Atomicity is 3. 1 sulfur, 2 oxygens. 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. That's why 3. If we solve it, it is 1, it is 2. It is 1.5. If we solve it, it will give 1.5 N. Clear? This is 1.5 N atoms are present in 11.2 liter of SO2. Similarly, you have to solve it for remaining also. No? Number of atoms in 2 grams H2. 2 upon 2. It is mass, no? So 2N. Number of atoms in 22.4 liter. Given volume is 22.4. Molar volume is also 22.4. Only one atom. That's why we are not taking atomicity. Monoatomic, no, helium into N. So it will give you N only. Number of atoms in 11.2 liter of CH4. 11.2 upon 22.4 into N. Atomicity will be 5. 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. So it gives you 2.5 N. So which is having maximum number of atoms here. This is 2.5 N. So 11.2 liter of CH4 is having maximum number of atoms. So option D is the correct answer. Is that clear? Right. Another very good question. If atomic weight of metal is 60 and its equivalent weight is 20, then its phosphate formula. See, what is our approach? I would like to find it out the phosphate formula. Then I have to find it out the valency. We know the formula equivalent weight is equal to atomic weight upon valency. But I don't know the valency. Atomic weight, it is equal to how much? Atomic weight is 60 upon equivalent weight is 20, gives you 3. Means metal valence is 3. But you know the phosphate valence is PO4 3 minus. Metal valence is 3 plus. So as per Christos method, both the valences are equal. Hence formula is MPO4 minus. So option B is the correct answer. Hope you understand. So it is a question based on equivalent mass. So they gave a reaction BrO3 minus 6 electrons it is gaining in acidic medium has been converted into Br minus plus 3H2. They are asking you to find it out equivalent weight of BrO3 minus. Of course, equivalent weight is equal to formula weight or molecular weight upon number of electrons taken. Number of electrons are taken is equal to how much? 6 electron. So formula weight upon 6. Here in this reaction, I2 plus sodium thiosulfate, it is IPO. Common name is IPO, chemical name is sodium thiosulfate. Giving rise to 2NaI. I2 oxidation number is 0. Here I is minus 1, right? So, but 2 into minus 1 is there. So, changes to minus 2. Change in oxidation number will be how many units? 2 units are changing. So, equivalent weight will be equal to formula weight upon change in oxidation number is how many units? 2 units. So, molecular weight upon 2. Molecular weight upon 2. Next question we have. A compound of phosphorus and sulfur contains 1.24 grams of the phosphorus. 1.24 grams of phosphorus in 2.2 gram of the compound. See here, compound is 2.2 grams. 2.24 grams of 2.2 grams of compound contains how many grams of sulfur? 1.24 grams of phosphorus. Understood? Is it clear for you? So what does it mean? What about the remaining? Remaining whatever we have, that is nothing but sulfur only. So 0.96 grams of sulfur is present. But formula, if I want to find it out, number of moles of phosphorus and sulfur, I have to find it out. Right? Number of moles of phosphorus and number of moles of sulfur. Mass upon molar mass. What is the mass of phosphorus? 1.24 divided by molecular atomic weight is 31. Similarly, 0.96 upon sulfur is 32. Right? So 1.24 divided by 31 gives you 0.04. It gives you 0.03. So it is 4:3. So phosphorus is 4, sulfur is 3. Understood? So the formula will be P4S3. Clear? Observe it carefully. It's a very, very important question. It's a previous year JEE main asked question. It's a previous year JEE main asked question. Observe it carefully, children. Metal X is there. That metal X is forming two oxides. Metal X is forming two oxides. Formula of the first oxide is XO2. But that first oxide contains 50% of oxygen. If the second oxide contains 60% of oxygen, the formula of the second oxide is. So let's try to understand that. First oxide XO2 contains how much percentage of oxygen, children? 54% of oxygen. So here percentage composition, you try to take it. Percentage composition, what is the formula? Mass. Mass of oxygen is how much? 32. 2 into 16. Upon total mass. 32 plus Do you know the atomic weight of the metal? No, this X, sorry, metal X, no. Let atomic weight of metal is equal to X. So 32 plus X. Percentage composition is how much? 50%. That means 50 by 100. Yes or no? 50 by 100 in percentage composition formula, you know it. That you can apply it. 0.5. So 32 upon 0.5 of 32 plus X, which gives you 0.2, 0.5 into 32, 16 plus 0.5 X. So X will be 32 if you solve it. Means atomic weight of metal you got it, atomic weight of metal X is equal to 32, right? So then let us move on to the next one, whose formula is not known to us. Okay, so let us consider, let second oxide formula is MON. We don't know the number of oxygens, right? Same you apply it here also. It is consisting of how much percentage of oxygen? 60%. No? 16N upon atomic mass of the metal is 32 plus 16N, percentage is 60 upon 100, 0.6. Same way if you solve it, you will get N is equal to 3. Means what is the formula? Formula will be MO3, or that M we have considered it as XO3. Anything is fine. Is it clear? So the second formula we are considering it as MON or XON. Then formula will be XO3. Hope you understand. Is that clear? It's very important question. Please make a note on it, or else take a screenshot if you want it. Okay. They give solution. Another very good question it is. See, there are different ways to solve this question. There are different ways to solve this question. So try to understand first question. Sulfur dioxide is obtained by the combustion of 8 grams of sulfur, and that sulfur dioxide is passed into bromine water. So after passing into bromine water, then that solution is then treated with barium chloride solution. So it forms barium sulfate. They have not given, we can understand that, no? Amount of barium sulfate formed is. Amount of barium sulfate formed is. See, according to their explanation, so here barium sulfate is 1 mole they have considered. 32 grams of sulfur is present in 1 mole of the barium sulfate. S molecular mass is 32. But how much amount of sulfur we have taken? 8 gram. Means 8 gram of sulfur is present in. Do the cross multiplication. 8 into 1 upon 32, which gives you 1 by 4. That is nothing but 0.25 gram mole. That is the answer. This is one way of solving. Simple. It's a simple method. Clear? Or else, just wait, I will be arranging the ink. Hope you are following it. There is another way. See that. See, 8 grams of sulfur. I took it 8 gram of sulfur. Means number of moles of sulfur will be mass by molar mass. 8 by 32, that is 1 by 4, 0.25 moles. See, sulfur plus oxygen gives you SO2. 1 mole sulfur gives 1 mole sulfur dioxide. But how many moles sulfur I have taken? 0.25 moles gives 0.25 mole sulfur dioxide. That sulfur dioxide is passed through bromine water, Br2 plus H2, gives you H2SO4 plus HBr plus HBr. Is it clear for you? Did you understand that? Right? So then SO2 1 mole, H2SO4 1 mole. SO2 1 mole, H2SO4 also 1 mole. Okay. So in that case, if you balance it, you will get this. If you want it, you can. 1 mole of SO2, 1 mole of H2SO4. But how many moles of SO2 we have taken? 0.25 moles will give you 0.25 moles of H2SO4. Now that H2SO4 solution is treated with barium chloride, means BaCl2. It gives you BaSO4 plus 2HCl. As per stoichiometry, 1 mole of H2SO4 is giving 1 mole of BaSO4. How many moles of H2SO4 we have? 0.25 moles gives you 0.25 moles of BaSO4. That is also another way of calculation. Of course, finally it gives the same answer. There is no change in it. Yes or no? So, option D is the correct answer. You can check it. Option D is the correct answer. Hope you understand, children. Is it clear for you? Right? Last question for today's session. 0.2 moles of hydrocarbon. We don't know that hydrocarbon. They gave something. But they gave a hint which cannot decolorize bromine water. Bromine water can be decolorized by unsaturated hydrocarbon. But they said it cannot decolorize, means it must be saturated hydrocarbon. Saturated hydrocarbon in the sense it must be alkane. It must be alkane. On complete combustion produced 26.4 gram of CO2. Complete combustion. Molecular weight of the hydrocarbon is. See, 0.2 mole is giving how many grams? 26.4 gram of the CO2. But generally, how many moles you will take it for reaction? How many moles you will take it? 1 mole. Then 1 mole of that hydrocarbon. It is 0.2 mole of hydrocarbon. 1 mole of hydrocarbon gives how much? 1 into 26.4 upon 0.2. It gives you 132 grams. 132 grams of CO2 it will give. Yes or no? Means number of moles of CO2 will be mass upon molar mass. What is the mass? 132. Right? What is the molar mass? 44. So number of moles will be 3. Means it is producing how many moles of CO2? 3 moles of CO2. CXHY X plus Y by 4 of O2 giving rise to X CO2 plus Y by 2 H2. Hope you remember this combustion equation. X moles of CO2 means X will be equal to 3, no? That means this is X. So CXHY will be C3. We got to know. That is C3. Yes or no? But they mentioned it very clearly. It is a saturated hydrocarbon. So saturated hydrocarbon alkane. Alkane general formula CnH2n plus 2. So it will be H8. H8 means 3 into 12, 36 plus 8, which gives you 44. Understood? Hope it is clear. Check it carefully. If you have any doubts, you can post it in the live chat. Clear? Right? So once again, you just listen, watch it twice if you did not understand. So that is what they have given, of course, in the solution also. Final solution, that is A. So molecular mass will be 44, and that is propane, that is hydrocarbon. Understood? Is it clear? Hope you like it. So still we will solve some more questions from NCERT also. Then we will start another chapter called redox reactions, then followed by volumetric analysis. Clear? We will be going in a flow. Don't worry. We will be discussing now remaining topics also. I'll be keep on uploading the videos. Right? Hope you like the video. If you like it, please click on the like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any doubts, you can post it in the comment box. Is that clear? Until then, signing off. Bye bye. Take care.